issue, the issue of the Quran, the book, the title of the Quran. We the ayah number 23, we talked about Quran, and now we are talking again about the Quran. And in this ayah, Allah Azza wa Jalla describing the Quran as an Arabic book, Qur'anan Arabiyya, and there is many hikmah in being the Quran as an Arabic book, and we talked about some of them, that with the ayat of the Quran, Qur'anan Arabiyyan la'allakum ta'qilun, and there is some ayahs in ayah says وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاهُ قُرْآنًا عَرَبِيًّا, we made it an Arabic Quran, وَصَرَّفْنَا فِيهِ مِنَ الْوَعِيدِ, and we explained it, many promises in it, وَصَرَّفْنَا فِيهِ مِنَ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ, in order that they may protect themselves, they may have taqwa of the Creator, لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ أَوْ يُحْدِثُ لَهُمْ ذِكْرًا, or may the Quran give them a new lesson, أَوْ يُحْدِثُ لَهُمْ ذِكْرًا. This is the dynamic aspect of the Quran. Quran, even it is the same book and the same ayat, but Quran may put a new meaning before you. Allah Azza wa Jal may give you a shifa, a healing, a new meaning when you read the Quran, because Allah Azza wa Jal continues sending the healings from the Quran, and the informations of the Quran will unfold in times, in the times. لِكُلِّ نَبَأٍ مُسْتَقَرٌّ وَسَوْفَ تَعْلَمُونَ. The people after us, when they read the Quran, they will find much more things than us. I'm not the one who say that the Quran, the meaning of the Quran changing. No, it's going deep and deep, opens itself more and more. But the basic message of the Quran, it's fixed, it's the same. The oneness of the Creator, and that He is the one who created everything, and all the prophets and all the creations are the servant of the Creator, and we should obey Him, and we should believe in an accordance with Him. This is the base. We should submit to Him, like everything which submitted to the Creator. This is the basic message of the Quran, and it is the same message Allah Azza wa Jal informed it Adam and Noah and all the apostles of the Creator. There is no any difference. لا تبديل لكلمات الله. You cannot find any difference in the words of the Creator, in the words of the only one God. All of them is the same. Abraham said the same, and then Jesus, Moses, David, and Solomon, all of them came with the same message to all the human entity. So there is no any difference in the basic of the message, but there is some differences in detail. Allah Azza wa Jalla inform you about something, and at the present time you cannot catch it, you cannot understand it, even you cannot notice it in the ayah. But the people after you will see it. Allah Azza wa Jal will make it explicit to them. أو يحدث. إحداث means that the people weren't aware about it, but the Quran brought it at a certain time and at a certain place. لكل نبأ مستقر. For every knowledge there is a certain place and a certain time in order to be explicit. لكل نبأ مستقر وَسَوْفَ تَعْلَمُونَ. And you will, soon you will understand, soon you will realize it. So Allah, this is the structure of Quran and its language. And the Creator used this language for the last statement. And I remembered another ayah. Allah Azza wa Jalla says about the Quran and about its being Arabic, and says لِقَوْمٍ يعلمون قرآنا عربيا لقوم يعلمون. This is an Arabic book for those who do knowledge, who do ilm, who make ilm, who make science, who study. لقوم يعلمون. It doesn't mean who know something. And what about the ignorant people? Will not they understand? Will not they learn something from Quran? No, they will also. But at least the person should looking for the truth, looking for ilm, wants to do ilm. What's the basic of science? What's the basic of making ilm? You should observe. You should look for. You should analyze. You should hear. You should use your ability in order to reach the certain knowledge, to certainty of the knowledge. This is the way of the scientific way. You should be open for every kind of word, and you should be able to change your opinion whenever you notice a new truth. This is the way of the knowledge, and this is the way of the Quran. If you are open like the one, as I told, the Quran talks to you and the Quran looks for to you. Quran doesn't want the people, those has lock on their hearts. أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَى قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. Why didn't they read Quran and why didn't they study Quran? Are they the ones whom there is their lock on their hearts? If you if your heart has a lock on it, then it's possible you cannot understand the Quran. And that's the reason why you are not away from the Quran. You locked your heart, you closed it. That is your choice. Allah does not lock your heart before your choice, without your explicit choice. But if you stay away from the truth, and if you consist on this choice, one day Allah Azza wa Jalla will take from you your ability, because you didn't choose them. You didn't choose them in a certain time, and it's not unlimited choice. It's not unlimited chance. One day may Allah take them from you. So you should look for the truth. You should want the truth and open for the truth. If you are among those, then Quran looks for you. قرآنا عربيا لقوم يعلمون. For those who do ilm, who make ilm. So we can say that the Arabic language is the language of science. And I believe that one day the world, entirely the world will change the language of the science to Arabic. We'll choose the Arabic as the only one unique language for science. And I believe also they will use Arabic in the coding of language, in computer and in everywhere. Because Arabic is the most useful language to make science. And how I say that? I say it depending on Quran. قرآنا عربيا لقوم يعلمون. This is an Arabic Quran. Why? Because it is the language of science. لقوم يعلمون. So it's not only a choice without any hikmah. No, there is many hikmah in the language of the last Testament, the language of this book. قرآنا عربيا. Look what Allah Azza wa Jalla says after it. غير ذي عوج. There is no crookedness. قرآنا عربيا. And we can say the same thing. It is Arabic, and this language is the best language to keep the meaning from the falsehood. غير ذي عوج. There is no crookedness in it. It is a straight language, and Allah Azza wa Jalla used it in a best way So the book, this Quran, there is no iwaj in it, no crookedness in it. The meaning is clear. The message is clear. The message in Quran is clear. When you read it, you understand the truth. It will show you the hidayah. If you are the one who wants to be guided, if you are the one who looks for the hidayah, Qur'anan Arabiyan غير ذي عوج. There is no crookedness in Quran. And it is in the first ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah, ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه. There is no raib, there is no confusion, there is no deviation in Quran. Quran will not deceive you. There is no contradiction in Quran. This is the word of Allah. أفلا يتدبرون القرآن ولو كان من عند غير الله لوجدوا فيه اختلافا كثيرا. Why does not they study Quran? If it was from someone other than Allah, from someone other than the Creator, they would find in it many contradictions. اختلافا كثيرا. Quran invites the people, or Allah, the owner of the world, invites the people to search the Quran, to study the Quran, even looking for the contradictions in it, a single contradiction in it. Quran say and allege that you cannot find any contradiction in Quran. If it was from someone other than Allah, you may find many contradictions. The people say many things, and then they began to correct their words. After 1 year, after 2 years, they noticed that they said many things wrong. But Allah Azza wa Jal, at the beginning of the book and in the book, He claims that there is no confusion, no contradiction in His book. If you hear somewhere in internet or some people talks about the contradiction in Quran, please go the Quran itself and read the ayat in order to be sure about that contradiction. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. قل الحمد لله وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى الله خير أما يشركون. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.